I decided to play through Pokemon Heart Gold, but the catch is, I can only heal using heal balls. If you don't know what a heal ball does, it restores your Pokemon to full HP when you catch it. This means that any damage I take after the Pokemon is already caught is 100% permanent and cannot be removed. I can use the box, but if I put them in the box, I take a little screenshot of what their health is and what their move PPs are when I put them in the box, and from then on, if they ever drop below that health, then I have to spam heal balls on the opponent's Pokemon until they knock me out. Two things more that I'm going to mention. First thing, I'm playing this on NDS Boy on my phone, because I'm not a fucking nerd who carries a DS around with him everywhere, and I want to be able to play it. And second, I am using one save state in battles. Anyway, without any further ado, let's get into the challenge. First thing I did was took way too much damage in the first rival fight, because at this point, I wasn't entirely sure what this challenge was going to entail. I thought the biggest thing was going to have to catch a lot of Pokemon, and I wasn't be able to keep this Chikorita that long anyway, so I figured I might as well just let it go down. After the first rival fight, I got some Pidgeys. Had to redo the first youngster a couple times, because I kept taking a shit ton of damage in the fight, and at this point, I didn't have a lot of money to buy heal balls, so I just couldn't get any more Pokemon other than the ones I had. What I could just do is I could take 1 damage from the Bellsprouts in Sprout Tower and then level up and get 2 health from each time I leveled up. Faster to Sprout Tower had a Hoot. I could kill with my Onix, but I really couldn't do that without taking a shit ton of damage. So I went out and beat the rest of the trainers with it. Kept putting me to sleep, but I just kept doing the fight over and over again. Eventually, with enough persistence, I got him down, and I got Rock Throw on my Onix from it. Falkner's Pidgeot did way too much damage for me to deal with. What I decided to do was harden on the first Pidgey, because the Pidgey didn't do too much damage. Use this opportunity to harden a shit ton of times so that the Pidgeotto didn't do too much damage. What I didn't realize at the time is that Gust is a special move. I was all set to beat his Pidgeotto by putting him to sleep, and then this happened. I redid the fight, and then this happened, but I redid the fight, and he went down. I caught a Mareep, and I caught a Sandshrew. Anyway, you guys might know this guy. His name is Bugsy, and he never loses when it comes to Bug-type Pokemon. Holy crap, does he not lose when it comes to Bug-type Pokemon. He has an incredibly strong Scyther, and it likes to use U-turn. This means me getting any sort of stat changes is just not going to happen. He's got a fuck ton of attack, and he quick attacks, so it's almost impossible to hit him without him hitting you first. So I was pretty screwed. But here's my plan, right? I figured I could use 2 Hoppips to bait out his 2 U-turns, and then kill his other 2 Pokemon, and then when he only has Scyther left, I can give him Sand attacks, or any sort of shit I can give him. Will make him weaker, and then I can beat him. The first problem I had was that his AI likes to use Quick Attack and not U-turn when Pokemon can be killed by Quick Attack. So this just makes me waste a Hoppip and not get anything from it. But what I did notice when I was testing out the Hoppip thing is that he used U-turn on Slowpoke if I use Slowpoke. So I decided, alright, instead of using Hoppip, I'll just get 5 Slowpokes. The advantage to using 5 Slowpokes would be I'd have a really high chance of hitting a Yawn after he U-turned me, which would be really, really nice. So now I got the 5 Slowpokes. Plan should work, right? Well, as it turns out, it can never be that easy. This plan was just as flawed as the last. What I didn't realize was that if the Slowpoke was below level 8, Bugsy just says fuck this and uses Quick Attack anyway. Meaning that for my plan to work, I would need at least 2 level 8 Slowpokes with full health, and I already used some of the health on my Slowpoke to catch the other Slowpokes, so I couldn't even do it anymore. I spent a while trying to grind up one of my Slowpokes to level 8, I realized I could just do this, and then it went a lot faster. I got the Slowpoke up to level 7, I got bored of trying to level him up, so I decided, alright, I'm just gonna try with level 7, maybe he'll still use U-turn. Level 7 Slowpoke is the man! Level 7 Slowpoke means that Bugsy still thinks, alright, I should use Quick Attack, but the Slowpoke doesn't die from it, meaning I can do this. Finally! I got a fucking hit off this Scyther after 2 hours of attacking him. That was it, right? I could just start over, keep trying over and over, and repeat this until I got a 5-turn sleep, and kill him with Gust on my Pidgey, right?
Oh, no! No, stop!
Oh no. While I was catching all those Slowpoke, I also caught a bunch of Zubats, because I figured maybe these will be useful later, and I couldn't stop running into them. So what I did was I replaced 2 of my Slowpokes with Zubats. This way, while Scyther was asleep, I could hit him with Supersonic with my Zubat, making him confused and asleep, so when he wakes up, he could hit himself in confusion, and then on that turn, I could yawn him and put him back to sleep. And that was a great plan. And everything was going according to plan. Until... Stop! It was at this point that I realized how hard this fight was gonna be. Scyther is hard, because he's got a fuck ton of attack, enough to one-shot anything but a level 7 or above Slowpoke. Sometimes switches out, reducing the amount of options I have to take him out. He only takes a tiny bit of damage from my strongest attack. He heals from a Citrus Berry, and heals from a Super Potion if I don't knock him out when he's at low health. There was many more attempts. But eventually, after 5 hours, this happened. I had to reload saves so many times on this attempt that the raw video for it is 45 minutes long. I'll just God damn it! So I had a little bit less damage than I would want, but here's the thing I could do. I could switch back to Pidgey and dish out a ton more damage. If I did that, Bugsy would heal, so I didn't want to. What I really wanted to do was deal just a tiny bit of damage with another Pokemon. Then I could switch into Pidgey and make my gusts aligned with the amount of damage I would need to kill him, but not the amount of damage that would trigger Bugsy to heal. What I decided to do is use Curse with Slowpoke to increase his attack and defense, then hit him with a Tackle, and since his defense was increased from the Curse, it would make him survive, meaning I could yawn him again. Just in case you were wondering, the usual strat wouldn't have worked here because Scyther was already confused while he was asleep. So I couldn't confuse him until he woke up and snapped out of confusion. And to make matters worse, he decided to do both of those things on the same turn, meaning I couldn't use the confusion either to hit off a yawn or anything. So I did some damage with Curse. I figured, alright, this is probably good. I went in for the kill. Still wasn't quite enough, but I did win this fight. And you want to know how I won? Was it careful planning? Was it a lot of attempts? Was it persistence? Was it determination? Was it skill? Was it IQ? Was it just because I'm so cool? No. I just randomly decided to use Sand Attack and switch for no reason, and for some reason it worked. So, cool, I beat Bugsy.